There's a reason I think my neighbors hate me. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to today's video. It is so cold out right now, but it will get a little bit warmer out throughout the day, and that I am looking forward to because that means we get to take the bike out. But first, we are on our way back to the apartment after grabbing some very not so healthy breakfast from Dunkin' Donuts, and we're going to be answering one of the questions I have been asked recently that really kind of got me thinking. So, all right, this is my entire setup for my bike. What is my favorite gear to wear? And I'm going to be ranking my favorite gear from my least favorite gear based off protectiveness and comfort. Don't judge me for this, but my favorite has to be my hoodie. There's no Kevlar or anything special about it, but it's just way more comfortable than wearing a full leather. Second up has to be my leather jacket. And then the third, I'm not taking my shirt off, but a t-shirt. Next up, helmet. I only have one helmet, but I have the AGV K1. It is by far one of my favorite helmets that I've ever worn. Not only styling is sick, but it's a really comfortable helmet. This and sneakers, kind of the same thing. These are just bulky, they're heavy, so I'm gonna put that in my, not even on the table. Now gloves. Surprisingly, my winter gloves are my favorite just because they're the most comfortable on the inside, especially when it's cold outside. It feels amazing to wear those, but if it's any bit like warmer than 50 degrees, your hands are gonna be sweating. Next up, my Fox gloves. They literally do absolutely nothing for protection. You don't have a lot of the wrist problems that these gloves do. I wear them the most. I would say these are my least favorite just because they have the wrist guards. They're not comfortable, so I'm putting them in my least favorite. All right, now that we've answered that, it's getting a little warmer outside, so we're going to answer the one question that I've had since I've started riding bikes. So let's get started.
Get this thing fired up. Nice little cold start on this lovely, lovely freezing ass day. All right, so this is my 2023 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. From what I could tell from definitions wise, this is classified as a super bike. And the question that I've had for a while, ever since I started riding, is can you daily a super bike?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Well, there's a short yes or no answer, but there's also a more complex one, which is what we're going to be doing today. I mean, one of the main factors it comes down to is where you live, because if you live in a freezing cold area, no, it is not a practical vehicle to have on a day-to-day basis. However, if you live in an area like Florida, or even like as north as Virginia, you might be able to pull it off. Like I'm in Virginia right now, like I have winter gear on, it's a little cold, but you can still ride this thing on a day-to-day basis. And this is all talking in commuting standards. So meaning like if I were to take this to work and back, how comfortable is it, all that. Ergonomically, the bike is fantastic. It's not like an R6 or an R1, which are notorious for being super aggressive in the way they sit. The foot pegs are fantastic. They don't go up super high. They're like right down by my calves, so your legs aren't dead by the end of the ride. It definitely sits more aggressive than like a 500 or like a 400, like any of those starter bikes.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
There's definitely a fine line of way too aggressive and not aggressive enough. This I feel like finds a happy medium where if you needed to go into full tuck and push the shit out of a bike, this is a great bike for that. But also, if you're just going back and forth from work or whatever, it's also a fantastic bike. Now, one of the things that I wanted to test out today is can I go grocery shopping along with clothes shopping with a bike? Obviously, I am a single bachelor, so I am not needing a whole lot of food. Today, I got like a normal average size backpack that I'm gonna be using. That's gonna be the hard part of it, is getting everything to fit. And how comfortable is it to ride back when you're fully like sitting as aggressive as this with a backpack on? I will say after 800 miles on this bike, it is surprisingly, what the f is that? After 800 miles though, this bike has been fantastic. How is gas mileage compared to like, let's say my old bike, which was a CBR 500? If I'm being completely straightforward, not the best. I burned through gas significantly faster than I did on my old bike. But in comparison to like the 500 where I got like 70, 80 miles per gallon, it's terrible. It's still probably getting like 30 something miles per gallon, but you also got to think of a 3-gallon gas tank isn't the most practical, especially if you got to go long distances. That sounded terrible. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Okay, we're gonna make a left here. Now, suspension and seating on this bike. I am just remembering this now because this road sucks. The suspension is definitely a lot stiffer and the seat is solid plastic. That's one thing I have a complaint about this bike is how hard the seat is. Oh, I see 2 spots right there. All right, let's throw in this small single bag of groceries that should last me the rest of this week. I can tell you already, my shoulders do feel a little heavier, but it's not bad. Somebody knows what bike that is, please leave that in the comment section, because I would be very curious to know. But I will say, ergonomically and everything combined, this is not a bad daily. I know that I say that with a grain of salt. I'm not saying this should be your only vehicle. Definitely have like something that you can have as a backup plan if things don't go well. Like if it starts pouring rain, snowing, have a vehicle for that, because I don't think this is the best option for any form of bad weather. One thing I will say, driving this as a daily, that I find annoying is the gearing, because this bike is geared for more high-speed entertainment than like just low-speed casual cruising. All right, let's go inside and see how this was in Zach's not so scientific experiment. And did it survive in the backpack? That seems in good working order. That didn't open. And both bags of chicken are fine.
All right, so to sum it up in some sort of like stupid fashion, yes, you can physically daily a super bike. Should you? There's probably a million reasons why you shouldn't. Do what you want with that information. Sorry, it was kind of short. We're working on a much larger project that is coming to the channel within the next 2 weeks. So please keep your eyes peeled. I'll be doing a bunch of promotions and stuff on Instagram very shortly. Either way, if you guys made it this far in today's video, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on post notifications. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
You know what I mean?